Is there anything that gets the juices flowing like a rivalry game? And our matchup is bitter. It has barbs and shots thrown on and off the field over the years. Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Luke Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee, as we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Hurricanes will kick it away first. Coming out with it, it's Blackwell. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. So the Florida State Seminoles offense will go on the attack first. This rivalry is one of the most storied, at least in the modern generation of college football, but last year sort of left a bad taste in everyone's mouth in Tallahassee as it just never was competitive.
It was a dominant win by the Canes. I mean, they had 445 yards. Florida State had 248. Like, this was a beatdown. You could clearly see the balance with Miami's offense. Running the football for over 200, throwing for over 200. They did what they wanted at will.
I think that's the thing. You know, everybody went into that one expected to see Cam Ward just light it up. Very pedestrian day for the Hurricanes. Throwing it, you're right, David. It was the Oregon State transfer, Damian Martinez, that went to work on the ground. They were more physical. It's exactly what Mario Cristobal wants this football team to be. Can Florida State match that physicality today in the trenches?
Caught in the backfield, it's Pittman. And just a short and safe pass play, they pick up a few. They're dealing with a second and long. From the gun, the ground game. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And you got to do a better job up front right there. That run was doomed from the get-go. Nowhere to go. The back gets hit as soon as he gets the football. Hard to succeed as a running back when you get the ball and you get clocked.
Here's a hit. Caught over the middle. It's Robinson. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains.
Well, you love to see this on the first drive of the game, right? Third down, go back to the old faithful, the slant pass, something you put in on day one install back in spring practice. Executed perfectly, keep this drive alive.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He leaves it with his back. He's across the 30 and out of bounds at the 31-yard line.
I know that wasn't a big, huge play, and everybody's not excited. The fans aren't going crazy. But those are the plays that in the fourth quarter matter a lot. Again, making you tackle my back, making you feel the physicality of the football game throughout, so you get tired and get worn down in the fourth quarter.
These two have storied traditions in the history of the sport, but in the not-too-distant past, Miami actually considered giving up football, and Florida State was an afterthought.
Yeah, a lot of people forget back.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up in pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be...
Turning on the Jets! They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. 8th play on this opening drive coming up, and they need a 3rd down conversion. Dropping back, it's Castellanos. Right on the money. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
I love the patience by the quarterback on this drive, too. He's not getting greedy. He's not forcing the ball somewhere where it doesn't need to go. He's just taking what the defense gives him, and this offense, therefore, is matriculating down the field.
Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
This defense talked about it coming into this football game. We've got to affect the quarterback. We've got to rattle him. We've got to hit him early. How about this? First drive, 2 sacks already. So far, mission accomplished.
Going to sling it on second down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Webster. Still running up the 40. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They got it down to the 21. And the Seminoles had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Headed to the end zone, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Seminoles!
And how about the job by this offense? This is not a scrub defense. This is a top 10 defense in college football. You got to take points whenever you can get them. Nice job putting a drive together, putting 6 on the board. No matter how it looks, you just got to keep fighting with this squad.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And what a way to finish it off with a 21-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Miami's offense will take the field for the first time. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Off the play fake. Shoots it to the left. He's got it. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. And that play fake created just a split second to let the tight end get downfield.
Did you see how that play fake just froze the second level of the defense just for a split second, Reese, and that allowed the tight end to get vertical.
A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. I don't know why, but it's a thing. The ACC Wheel of Destiny, you spin it, you never know how it's going to come up, and you can't afford to give away a game early in a conference like this.
And I think both of these coaching staffs, David, understand that, and they've been preaching to their team, we've got to start fast. Not just in this game. We've got to start the season fast. We've got to take advantage of this opportunity.
And I think Reese hit it right on the head, too. The Wheel of Destiny, right? It seems like it's a new team every year that's playing in the championship and appears to be a wide-open league. So a lot of turmoil, a lot of change. I think that starting 1-0 is an important step to getting to that championship game.
They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
A nice job of awareness on defense there on that third down. You know, you're expecting the offense to throw the football, but it's not just going to be receivers or tight ends you got to worry about. You got to keep your eye on where that running back is. They knew exactly where he would be, and they were able to make the tackle, setting up for it.
He's going to take off on his feet at the 40. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening. The Canes look to keep this drive humming. Trying the left side. Got a little space. Can't get him to the ground. Tackled at the 31. They'll give him 6 on the play.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
He'll try the left side. Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. they could boot the field goal, but looks as if they'll go for it. On 4th down, going to the air. Turning it on. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
There's nothing more annoying defensively than this. You got a guy bottled up, great coverage, boom. He escapes out of it, pulls a rabbit out of a hat. Next thing you know, he scrambles, gets a 1st down. Now I got a new set of problems I got to deal with.
They'll move the wide receiver. The receiver on the jet sweep. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous right down the gut of the field. Defense got it. They're on the run. They finally get him down, but a huge return. Not only do they get the ball back, but man, did they set up some field position.
It's raining in this game. It's making the football slick and slippery. You know ball security is going to be a massive issue. Both coaching staffs have preached about that to their teams in the locker rooms before taking the field. And these guys really...
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Ball's at the 24. A lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the 1st down. Pressure coming. Deep shot for the end zone. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. Oh, he missed it. No good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
Oh, man, the dreaded doink. When you knock it off the crossbar, those are ones where, man, just a couple inches to the other side, towards the middle, and that thing's in, but it still counts as a missed and a missed opportunity.
They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Looking for space. It's Pringle. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. They're bringing the chop, they're bringing the noise on 3rd down at the dope. Now the play fake. Makes the catch. It's Lyon. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. And the Canes have it with a 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Pulls it in. It's Bauman. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Trying play action. Here's the pressure. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong that you can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attack.
Rushes on him. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And he's got it inside the 30-yard line.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Down to the 26-yard line and a 1st down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And there was nowhere to go, stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Offense trying to go RPO, but how about the defense? Up front, their front seven, they had dudes winning, just being way more physical and able to get to that running back.
Looking downfield, it's back. Unloads it left. Incompleted. He threw that one up for grabs and into traffic, and fortunate to get it back.
Well, a great job in coverage on the back end by the defense. You just got to finish the play. That should have been a pick.
And the Canes need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. And the defense pays that blitz off with just what you want, putting the O in third and long.
And a lot of people get conservative on third and long and drop a lot of people. I like bringing pressure. Tell the QB, you better get the ball out of your hand fast because we're coming for you. Blitz gets home. Nice job on the defense being aggressive on third and long.
They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Give to the single back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Back to pass. Makes the grab. It's Robinson. Good, solid tackle. The Seminoles come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. He'll throw on 3rd down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Webster. Running wide open down the gut of the field. Touchdown, no! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so probably no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Looking for a man. It's back. That's reeled in. It's Fletcher. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Well, they made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
And the Hurricanes line up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. They've had a really productive first half so far, and they'll try to add to it here. Wants to throw on 1st down. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34.
What a nice play by the DB there. When that rain starts coming down, the ball gets a little bit heavier. The quarterback throws the ball a little bit lighter. DBs can take advantage sometimes of some underthrown balls.
Taking it the other way. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm always keeping track as a defensive coordinator of where they're running the football. You can see they ran it to the right. Do they like this matchup? Is the right side of their offensive line really good? I'm going to be paying attention to that because that's a big gain. I got to make sure I shut this down the next time they run it.
They'll leave it with him. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that play.
Off play action. He's moving out of the pocket. Hit as he throws. A beautifully placed ball to the outside, and the toe drag for the big pickup. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look.
And what a great job of being cool under pressure. He knew there was a defender about to hit him, and he held on to it as long as he could before letting it go. He paid for it, but what an accurate shot vertically down the field for an explosive play in the passing game.
And they take another look at the play with the officials on the field. We're right, and the play will stand. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Got the first down and still on his feet. He'll get it all the way to the 13-yard line before he's forced out of bounds.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Power football with the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm the...
Touchdown, Canes! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Man, that's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 25 clash today. Notre Dame is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Joe Montana, this might not be over yet. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Boise State. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes fine. Wide open spaces.
Good news for this offense is it hasn't taken them a long time to get into a rhythm in the passing game. That's already his 100th completion on the season. Put up some big numbers this year if they keep up at this pace.
Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. Back to throw, it's Castellanos. Quickly out to the tight end.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
The Seminoles can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to go up top and times running out in the half. Quickly to the tight end. He'll be knocked out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. Good pickup there.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
And the Noles will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Got a man. It's Webster. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before they'll recycle that down marker. Just enough time to get off one more snap. To the air on 1st down. Can't find a receiver, and down goes the quarterback. A sack to punctuate this first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, some real edge-of-your-seat moments, and there's still 2 quarters to go here for the Noles and Canes. And this linebacker has left his big old paw prints all over this first half. He's been clogging running lanes and forcing turnovers, and Even when he's not doing something that shows up on the stat sheet, he's preventing that offense from doing so. A young man with all-American potential. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the battle between Miami and Florida State plays out.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. And the Seminoles will line up to kick off and start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up.
There he goes! Picks up the first down. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
Nowhere to go in the ball. He's into the open down the middle. Touchdown, Florida State. The defense takes matters into its own hands. The AT unit on the field. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. They'll run play action. Turns it loose. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
Another incompletion on 3rd down. The Hurricanes will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Boy, that seemed to be prime return territory, but instead he'll set the offense up with great field position. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Back to throw, it's Castellanos. Wide open downfield. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it up to 13. The Noles headed quickly to the line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He wants it all. Touchdown, Seminoles. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. The play action fake. Floating away. He'll pull it down and run. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a first down.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the first down. Now you got to keep it going.
Great job by the defense that time, bowing up. You're on your own goal line, so you've got to be great against the run, and they forced that ball to go to the outside, use their speed to bring the ball carrier down.
Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Looking for a man, it's Chadwick. And the third down pass is incomplete.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
When you talk about outstanding pass rushers, you're always talking about dynamic guys, and he's been that each and every week for this defense. Speed, he's got power. You just simply can't block him, and that last play is his 10th sack of the season.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Finds his tight end. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. The Seminoles will bring the punt team onto the field. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Yeah, nice job by this defense stringing it out towards the sideline. And when I do that, man, all my body's got to rally to the football. We got to run with the football really, really hard from inside out. Nice job by the defense getting to the quarterback and making the play.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
The Canes are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. To the air, it's back. Throws to the wideout. It's caught downfield. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one? And the Canes come to the line in the hurry-up. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find that. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
Second down, they'll go to the air. The sure hands, it's Johnson. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. From the gun, wants to pass. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game, and ball's slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. Used to play fake, now to throw. Grabbed behind the line, it's Webster. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting him the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Nowhere to go and not much to show for that one.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too, but don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. And the Seminoles come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air, it's Castellanos. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Leaves it with the back. Fighting off the defender. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. The Seminoles are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll throw on 3rd and short. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. The Seminoles decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He shanked it. And the return man will have no chance as the ball sails out of bounds. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Wants to go up top. Dangerous screen into traffic. And good blocking in space out there to give him enough room to pick up the first down. All wideouts, no backs. Quarterback may change this route. He wants to throw it again. Catch in the middle, it's Fletcher. Brings him down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a first down for this offense. Dropping back, it's Beck. Going for it all. And good hands there by the defense on that shot to the end zone.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 2nd and goal. They'll run it to the left, looking for the end zone. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. On to attempt the try. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
The returner will field it and try to do some business. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. They still have the lead here, Jesse, but this would be a good time to put together a drive.
You're right, Reese. You can't rest easy right now. You just watch the opponent drive down the field and score a touchdown of their own, so you've got to answer that here. Your playmakers better step up.
And I don't know what it is about momentum. In all the locker rooms, in all the years, coaching, everything, you can't quantify it, you can't measure it. And the momentum has swung to the other side. You got to get it back.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Robinson. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Here on third down. Scanning the field, it's Castellanos. Looking deep down the right side. He's got it on the outside. Here he goes. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, no! They build this fourth quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0. Guys, so far this hasn't been wide right or wide left. The Seminoles have been on point as they build this lead.
And the Seminole dynasties were always built on elite playmaking offense, teams that can score points. This is a rivalry game with Miami, Palmer, but they're putting up points when it matters.
Yeah, they're not going to let this one come down to the kicker for another wide right. They're just going to handle the business here on the field, offensively and defensively. They have smothered Miami all game long.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Off the play fake on first down. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle. It's Lofton. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. And the Canes are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Looking to pass. It's Chadwick. Steps away. On the move, he fires. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Give to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Back to pass. Fires to the big fella. He's loose. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the tight end. Got room at the 35. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that, and here on a critical 3rd down late in the game with the lead, guess who shows up with another big one? That guy.
Handoff from the gun. There he headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State. And they take it in for 6 more points. That'll give them a little push this winning streak to 5. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further.
Man, these ball carriers, they've got a lot of ability in the open field. Their ability to make people miss, but also show off the speed. You saw all of that on that play.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Off the play fake. The throw. This time he's got it. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive. You know, we joked that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they self-block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, or they get good matchups. And man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And that's kind of how their day's gone, right? Like, they haven't protected their guy up front, and that's why they haven't been explosive and scored a bunch of points, man. Position number 1 for every offense. Like, if we're going to throw, we got to protect him. And just right there, he gets hit again. He's been
intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38.
Heat up them pass rushers, bringing them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
Back to throw, it's Castellanos. And some room to work. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. And the Noles come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. Wants to throw on 3rd down. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. And the field goal unit is on the field. And this one is anything but routine. A 48-yard attempt from the right hash. Right down the boulevard. It's good. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we're looking pretty good.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were
bounding over the top. Turns on the Jets. And that was a huge run that almost went to the house. The defense kept him from scoring.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
Might as well stick with him. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. Started this drive with a bang, but now it is 3rd down. Got it in the middle. It's Lofton. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Under fire. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
Looking to throw, it's back. Puts it out of the air. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. Timeout called by the offense. 23 seconds remaining in the game. And the Hurricanes have it with a 1st and goal. He wants to change this route. The snap sets up to throw. Buys a little time with his feet. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, this defense has just had this QB's number all game long. We're here in the 4th quarter, and still, he's not able to set up in the pocket. He gets flushed to the outside, nothing open, and it's an incompletion.
Looking for a chunk play on 2nd and short. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
It rarely disappoints when the Seminoles and Hurricanes get together, and it is Florida State celebrating the flaming spear of victory by taking down the U. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. They say every game counts the same in the standings, and that is true, but there are some games that no matter what the coaches say, they just mean a little more, and they hurt a little more if you lose.
They do, and that's a fact, and every player will tell you that. There are some games that are highlighted before the season that this game matters more, and it's not that the other ones don't matter. It's just that the hate runs so deep for some of these rivalries and some of these kids that grew up across the street from each other that went to different schools, Jesse. You can feel it.
David, you're absolutely right. And I wonder, because it was a rivalry game, did the losing team get a little overhyped? It just looked like they were pressing too much in this football game. They made too many uncharacteristic mistakes, and as a result, they take the L.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.